Real-life street stars. We in here with DJ Q. What it is, man?
Man, what's going down, man? What's up with it, man? What's the word?
For those that don't know, bro, where you from?
I'm from Crooked Eye, man. Irving, you know what I mean? Home of Playing Skills, and a bunch of other motherfuckers that did this Dallas, Texas shit, you know what I mean? For real, for real.
How'd you get started DJing?
Man, hip hop has always been off in me, you know what I mean? So, I started off with the breakdancing shit, you know what I mean? Then I looked in the club like, man, who's gonna last in this motherfucker the longest? You know what I mean? That's gonna be able to live the longest. And I know the rapper dies within about 10 years, you know what I mean? So I knew that the DJ could live. You could DJ in a wheelchair, you know what I mean? As long as you jam and you can still rock in a wheelchair. So I was like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna take the long way out of this shit, you know what I mean? So I started fucking with the clubs, man. Started, you know what I mean? And I just got up out of breakdancing, grew up out of that, you know what I mean? And then it was DJing.
Real talk, real talk. You're responsible, bro, for one of the biggest records to come out of Dallas, bro. And that was My Dougie, man. Tell us about that.
Man, My Dougie was a hell of an experience, man. You know what I mean? Like I learned a lot, man, from the music game. You know what I mean? All angles, from the business to fucking with the crowd, to the craft, to everything. You know what I mean? So it was a hell of a experience. You know what I'm talking about?
Can you tell us what the experience was like DJing at your first club scene?
My first club, it's been a while, man. I done smoked plenty blunts since then. My first home club was 424 in Arlington, and it was a high. You know what I mean? That I'm always trying to chase. You know what I mean?
You said Arlington. I know you're back and forth in the Metroplex. How is the vibe in Dallas versus in Fort Worth, in the Arlington area?
Fort Worth, Dallas is more of a shine, you know what I mean? Like we more of the flex, you know what I mean? We want to be seen, make it work. I say the funk is the same, but the funk is more in the gutter, you know what I mean? For real, you know what I mean? It's all love. They really get into it out there, you know what I mean? Out here, man, we get into it. We also gonna let you know we get into it. You know what I mean? Homie from Fort Worth can walk in here with not a chain on and gonna have a bag in his pocket. You know what I mean? Nigga from Dallas gonna have that bag, but he also gonna have that chain. He gonna pull up in that whip. You know what I mean? So we make it work. You know what I mean? It's damn near the same. It's just two different types of forces. You know what I'm talking about? For real.
So, a lot of artists out here, they trying to, get the DJ to break their record, of course. Can you tell us what you should do when approaching you and what not to do in the club?
What not to do is prime time. I'm setting up my equipment and I'm trying to find my groove, you know what I mean? What not to do is I ain't had a drink yet and you ain't even, you know what I mean? But what to do is, shit, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I'm in my email, you know what I mean? So you really just got to get out there and figure out how to get to it, because I'm listening to everything that's sent to my email. You know what I mean? Everybody might not do it, but I'm listening to everything in there. So you really just got to find the right way to, you know what I mean, to approach the situation. You know what I mean? But in the club or while events going is not the time at all.
So what's the worst approach an artist has come to you with while you in the DJ booth trying to get your vibe or find your groove?
Man, there's levels to that worst shit. You know what I mean? But man, what's the worst? Maybe that strong arming it might be the worst. You know what I mean? Because a nigga ain't with that fuck shit. You know what I mean? You can't come in there and act like you paid me for the night or none of that. You know what I mean? So trying to just kind of beef, Debo your way in, that's never gonna work, man. Because we both gonna clash. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't the way.
Outside of DJing, has there ever been anything else that you wanted to touch into, maybe dabble in?
Man, I want to own some shit, man. You know what I mean? Probably, own a studio or two. You know what I mean? Just branch off into something that's gonna keep the money flowing. You know what I mean? But I was put here. The DJ guy gave me my talent, so I'm gonna run it up. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Being a DJ, where do you go to find the latest music?
It's summer everywhere, man. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I could be kicking it with my niece and she might play something new and I'm gonna ask what that is. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking for it at all angles. You know what I mean? I'm 24/7 with looking for something new. You could play something on your phone right now, and if I ain't heard it, I'm gonna be like, hey, what's that? You know what I mean? And run it up. So shit. But the internet is killing right now. I ain't gonna lie, man. Them Instagram and shit. You know what I mean? All that shit. That shit is really popping them songs. I can look at a bitch's Snapchat and listen to what she's playing in the background. And if they all turned up to it and I've never heard it, I'm finna be like, hey, what's that? You know what I mean? And run it from there. So it's all angles. You know what I'm saying?
Does it or does it not affect you when you know you're responsible for a certain artist being at a point in his career where he is and he doesn't pay you that homage?
Nah, because I'm in the karma, man. If you do good, shit good gonna come back. So I really ain't tripping on, you know what I mean, too much of the credit part. Cause at the end of the day, people that know what it is or people that count know what it is. You know what I mean? So, you know, if that artist don't give you credit, man, just work on break another record. Hopefully that next artist give you credit. If he don't, just keep running it. You know what I mean? You can't cry over spilled milk. You know, if it's gone, it's gone. Fuck it.
Just to switch it up a little bit, I noticed that you're like a sneakerhead. So what's the most you've ever spent on a pair of shoes? And what's your rarest pair of shoes that you have?
The most I done spent on a pair of shoes is probably we gonna say like 1,500. You know what I mean?
What were those?
And it was some red bottoms though, but they weren't my favorite though. You know what I mean? I'm a Jordan head. Jordan 3s and 1s. I do it all day. You know what I mean? So I'll pay anything for them 3 and 1s. You know what I mean? So shit, it's whatever when it comes to them two.
What's the craziest thing that ever happened to you in the DJ booth?
I don't know if I can say it on camera. Damn near everything, man. I've been in the booth for a long time, man. I done seen it all, for real. So, you know,
Which scene do you like being in more? Would it be a strip club scene or the regular club scene?
I'm going to keep it real. I like the concert scene. Opening up for them shows, because some of them kids don't know where these songs came from. And giving them that history lesson, I can see it, like, see a kid in the front row fuck his head up like, that's where that song came from? You know what I mean? So, and the concerts is more energy. They'll do damn near anything you say, you know what I mean? So I'd rather run the concert than I say the club, you know what I mean? From the concert to the club, because the club, the vibe can go anywhere. You can sweat out somebody's problems, you know what I mean? Or you can, you know what I mean? Damn near make a bitch cry in that motherfucker, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna get a concert as one, the club too though.
I'm glad you said concert, because a lot of DJs haven't been able to step inside of that realm. What is it like when, you know, you have an artist and you can tour and do concerts and shows? Explain that feeling to me.
Man, it's really dope, you know what I mean? Because you get to touch every city, and I'm looking for new music. As soon as I get in the city, I'm turn on the radio. You know what I mean? So when I was on the road, man, I was bringing all kinds of records back to Dallas that was popping 2 years later, 3 years later. You know what I mean? I was playing it, but because I was on the road, it didn't get tatted in. You know what I mean? When I came home and sat down, all kinds of records was popping. So, man, that tour life is dope. I ain't gonna lie. You meeting different people, man. You know what I mean? You get to stretch your arms. You know what I mean? The ceiling's higher. You know what I mean? When you know what I mean when I say the ceiling's higher. The ceiling's higher. Your network is crazy. You know what I mean? You can meet all kinds of people. Then after that tour, you know what I mean, give you a little game, DJs. After that tour, you can link up with the promoter and do your own thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, that tour life is for real, man.
Real talk. Will you play music that you don't feel?
Yeah, and I do it all the time in the club. For sure. You know what I mean?
A lot of DJs talk about EDM. Is that a genre that you're interested in or would like to tap into?
Really, when back in when I started DJing, like as a kid, you know what I mean? When I started DJing, like house music, booty music, you know what I mean? That was like pre-EDM, you know what I mean? And to do them concerts, them shows, you know what I mean? You got to be in tune to that EDM world. So I fuck with it the long way. You know what I mean? They got some crazy remixes that I play in the club, and people be thinking it's a new song, you know what I mean? A new remix, but it's really an EDM track. So I fuck with it the long way.
What artist right now you feeling?
Out of the city or
City.
out of the city, man, I'm fucking with I fuck with Trap Boy and the Movement, man. I fuck with Yellow Bees. I fuck with all the dudes that's running. You know what I mean? Right now, where we at in the city, man. As long as you grinding in and out and people are hearing the music, I'm a you know, I go back to that music karma. I'm gonna give you that karma. You know what I mean? If you working, I'm gonna help you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I fuck with Gun, man. I fuck with Lil Man, Young Rich Porter. You know what I mean? I'm all around with it. Go Yayo. You know what I mean? So I'm from the D to the funk. You know what I mean? I fuck with anybody that's ever. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Just to help anybody get to the next. You know what I mean? I'll be that bridge for sure, for sure. Cause my format's a little different. You know, my platform's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
So, what type of mood do you have to be in when you get ready to just walk in the club and set up? How do you like to go in there? What do you be on?
I'm more of the fly on the wall, man. I get to the club early and see what vibe the other DJ put on, and then move from there. You know what I mean? But shit, it just, you know, I'm ready to go, man. You book me, we can go for sure, for sure.
How do you feel about DJs undercutting and not really necessarily using the talent for what they're worth and making it harder for other DJs in the city?
I mean, it's gonna show eventually. You know what I mean? If you're a good DJ, you're gonna last. It's a marathon, not a race. If you're a good DJ, you're gonna last. If you alright, you're gonna be alright. You know what I mean? So, you know, I really don't. You know, to each his own, man. You can have a nigga rocking with an iPod. You can have a nigga rocking with some turntables, man. But as long as you can do your job, man, like you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And shit, it's gonna last. I mean, it's gonna tell. Time will tell. For sure, for sure.
For people that didn't know, you know what I'm saying, it's coming back around. It's our time now. You know what I'm saying? I want to know who you think is gonna break through first, Dallas or Fort Worth.
I don't know, man. I don't know because I see the Fort Worth artists sprouting, and I see the Dallas artists steady growing. You know what I mean? But because our outlet is a little bigger than the Fort Worth outlet, you know what I mean? The Dallas artists got a little more time to run, you know what I mean? But I see both sprouting at both angles. I want to see everybody eat, you know what I mean? For real, for real. So whoever get it, let's go. But I can't even put a finger on it because I'm with the hipsters. I'm in the club and I'm doing the concerts, the shows, you know what I mean? And it's different artists for different waves, so ain't no telling who's gonna, you know what I mean? Ain't no telling who's gonna grab that and run with it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I see a lot of artists running. I see Mo3 running, you know, them labels is hollering at him, you know what I mean? Back to Go Yayo, I see him hollering at him, you know what I mean? And even the hood niggas that's running it up, I see them niggas doing it on an independent Master P type of shit, you know what I mean? So whoever make it run, man, let's get to it. I just wanted to come back home so that we can get back to where we was, you know what I mean? Get that A+, you know what I'm saying?
You were speaking of different type of crowds. I know there's we have your hipster crowds, like you said, and then we have like the more gangster crowds, and then we might have your other crowds like in the high class.
Yeah,
or,
the upscale.
The upscale class. Which one is your favorite particular one to DJ? Or do you have one?
I really like, I mean, at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie, we all listen to the same shit. You know what I mean? So it's really all the same, but I give it to the hipsters, you know what I mean? Cause I'm only say that because they're on it faster than everybody else. You know what I mean? Like a new record that dropped 2 weeks ago. Well, a new record that dropped on, like Kanye West dropped a record before New Year's the 31st. And I played that Sunday, and the hipster crowd knew every word to the record. You know what I mean? But if I played in the club, they're kind of more a little off, you know what I mean? They're like a week off, so they're really like, you know what I mean? So I'd rather fuck with everybody that's in tune to the world rather than everybody that kind of waits to for the wave to come by, then they catch on to it. You know what I mean? So more the hipster crowd, more the trendsetters. You know what I mean? They know how to and then everybody kind of waves off of that. You know what I'm saying? So I give it to the you know what I'm saying?
So you come in the DJ on a particular night, and there's 5 people in the building. What does DJ Q do?
The same show as if it 5,000 people in the building. I'm gonna buy them 5 people a shot. I'm gonna figure out why they're there, and we're gonna party for sure. You know what I mean?
Have you ever had an altercation with an artist in the club?
Nah. Nah.
Yeah. So
They didn't matter. Anyway,
yeah, there you go. They don't matter. Are you in the mixtape game? Do you?
Yeah. I fuck with. With the mixtape game, I collab with the big dogs, the Tickets, the D-Reels, Caps. You know what I mean? Some of the out of town DJs, because I just feel like you stretch your network fucking with other people. You know what I mean? We kind of trade off people. You know what I'm saying? Trade off fans. So with the mixtape game, I fuck with it, but I just got to collab, and it got to have that good look around it rather than to just drop something and throw it out there. You know what I mean? Everything has to have a reason, a point.
So do you like that mixing aspect of it, when you just get to sit down with the music and kind of blend it?
Yeah, for sure, because you can paint a whole nother picture with some songs that they probably would never listen to, but if you mixed it right, they're gonna really be like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure.
Do you remember a time where you walked into a club and you was kind of unsure about the scene, and you just got in there and it turned all the way up?
Yeah. That was in the early, you know what I mean? Really, when Dallas first jumped off, when our wave jumped off, it's been different chapters to the Dallas shit, you know what I mean? But when the My Dougie wave and all that, you know, when all them records was breaking, it was kind of wild, because you could take a record in the club, you would think it's gonna jam, but they probably wouldn't fuck with it. But some you wouldn't fuck with, they fuck with, you know what I mean? So yeah, that shit.
How was the look when you take a song outside from the city to an outside club, maybe out of the city, like?
Yeah. You'll know if that DJ's playing it or not. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? So it's all on reaction. But man, if I play a new record in out of town, let's say in Houston or somewhere, I'ma really just kind of sneak it in on you. You'll still be dancing. I know you dancing to something new. You know what I mean? So.
Good shit. Did Bill Cosby do it?
Nah, man, I fuck with that boy, man. Nah, they trying to frame the old school. He got too much money. They don't know what to do with the nigga. They trying to frame him. I hope he didn't do it. Goddamn, Bill, I used to watch you, fam.
Trying to buy that NBC. They trying to play with the boy.
Yeah, for real.
How you feel about them Cowboys?
Man, I'm Cowboys Nation 25, 110% Dez. What up, fool? I'm a ride, baby. For real.
Were you there when they blew up the stadium? How did you feel?
I wasn't there, but it hurt my heart, because I done drove past that motherfucker as a kid all my life, you know what I mean? So it was like that. And that's how Irvin had at one point. I could say, nigga, we at the stadium, nigga. I can't say it no more. Nigga, we got earthquakes and shit. They done came and fucked some shit up. So, you know, but nah, that stadium did fuck a nigga up. Steady driving past it, it's like, nigga, am I home? The fuck am I at? You know what I mean? For real.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Not Trump.
Not fucking Trump.
Fuck Trump. I vote for anybody but Trump. Fuck Trump. For real.
So what does DJ Q do when he's not DJing? What does he like to do in his spare time, or his time when he kicks it?
Man, I shop, man, and I be shopping and motherfucking looking for the next step. You know what I mean? Right now, where I'm at, man, it's the beginning of the year. I'm trying to just figure out how I'm gonna end the, you know what I mean, what I'm gonna turn the second quarter into.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm really trying to connect a lot of different, like them different waves we talked about. A lot of people that don't know each other. I'm gonna try for everybody to get to know each other so that we can finally create a whole, you know what I mean, move as one, put this puzzle together.
How important is unity to you, be it with DJs with other DJs or artists with other artists or DJs artists together?
I mean, that's the only way shit don't gonna move. You know what I mean? United we stand, divided we fall. Unity is everything. You know what I mean? And you got to play your role. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm so with it, man, for real. Cause if we was one right now, shit, we'll be a few steps ahead of everybody else.
Shit. You got any shout outs?
Shout out to Bocane. Salute, homie, the real one. For real.
Shout out to Bocane.
Man, shit, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the city. Just, I'm fucking with everybody that's fucking with me, man. For real,
Real shit, man. How can we get in contact with you?
Shit, everything is official DJQ, officialdjq.com, official DJQ Snapchat, official DJQ Instagram, everything, man. You'll find me. New music DJQ at gmail.com. If y'all want to send them records, don't hit me in no club, bro.
Do they need to have that bag if they want to book you to come do their venue or their club or their night or their event?
Fuck yeah.
Better have that fucking bag.
Oh, man. For real. You paid before the date, and when I pull up, you give me everything, man.
We need a
It'll be
deposit.
Good. For sure. For sure. Yes, man. If you trying to book me, man, get your bag together, man. We gonna and I'm going to turn that bag you gave me into about 3 more. But we're going to be all right. For sure.
That shit, well, DJ Q, man, you all real life street star, man. And that's what it is, man. Real
Man,
life
appreciate
street
y'all,
stars.
man. For sure, man. And shout out to everybody else that's fucking with the real life street stars. You know what it is. Run it up.
DJ Q, Real Life Street Stars. Let's go.